Hi, my name is Larry, and my wife and I live and work in Teteva, North Macedonia. We're also part of Teteva Bible Fellowship, or simply TBF, an evangelical community that meets every Sunday to study the Bible and worship together. Our gatherings are open to anyone that wants to come, and it's our goal to make you feel welcome if you choose to visit us at any time. I'll be presenting a series of short videos on our church Facebook page that I hope will explain more of what we believe, but that also might answer some questions that I think everyone has. In this video, I want to talk about 2 facts that everyone knows, 2 things everyone believes, and 2 questions everyone should be asking. First, the 2 facts everyone knows to be true. We exist. French philosopher René Descartes famously said, "I think, therefore I am." The proof of your existence is found in the fact that you are alive in the present. You live and breathe and think and communicate. The fact that you're watching this video is proof that you exist. From the moment you wake up in the morning until you fall asleep at night, you are aware of your existence. However, there is more to you than just that you exist. A rock exists. The mountains and the seas physically exist. But your existence, my existence, is so much more. We have emotions, feelings, physical structure. We grow physically and mentally over time. We also feel pain when we are hurt or sick. We have a range of emotions that are unique to us as humans. We feel joy, sadness, anger, fear, satisfaction, and many other emotions. No one can honestly doubt the fact that we exist. So let's look at the second fact that everyone knows, and that's the knowledge that we are not in control. The date of our birth and the day of our death are not determined by us. Yes, perhaps our death can be influenced by the choices we make, but ultimately our departure from this life is outside our control. So our very existence that we affirmed earlier is not controlled by us. It's not just your birth and death that is outside your control, but many other factors. For instance, you must submit to authority figures that are over you and that control various aspects of your life. Macedonian government makes laws that we must follow. From the time we're born, we become dependent on our parents for survival. And as we grow older, we find that our parents are also in control of much of our life, even when we want to begin to take control for ourselves. Our teachers, our boss at work, these are all people that have authority over us, serving as reminders that we are not in control of our lives. We cannot control the traffic or the parking situation in Teteva, something I personally wish I had control over, but I do not. Weather is out of our control. We can only adapt and protect ourselves from it, but we can do nothing about it. We also have physical limitations that prove we're not in control over our own bodies. There are times I would like to be invisible. Unfortunately, that's impossible. We love our superheroes, but we also know that we cannot be Superman or Wonder Woman. Thor and Captain America are characters we wish we could become, but we do not have that kind of power or control. I wish I had perfect knowledge, especially when I'm in a debate with my wife. But I do not. That's why I lose many of those debates. Again, I have no control over the limitations of my mind. Perhaps the most compelling evidence that we're not in control is found in the coronavirus pandemic. The greatest scientific and medical minds cannot stop this virus from spreading throughout the entire world. We can wear a mask, get the vaccine, even isolate ourselves from people. Yet the virus carries on, infecting almost 220 million people and killing more than 4.5 million. Just as it is a fact that we exist, we must also admit the fact that we are not in control. This leads me to the next proposition I would like to make regarding 2 things I think everyone believes. The first is that our lives have meaning and purpose. We all have significance, to know that we matter, and that what we do matters. It's something that separates us from other creatures. We seek approval from others and want to be recognized as having value. How we live our lives is important. We do not live in isolation. Perhaps one of the most under-recognized tragedies of COVID is the way that it has forced us to stay away from other people, even those we love and deeply care for. We need to be with others, to share our lives with other humans. The desire for personal human contact is built within us. It's part of our universal DNA. This need and desire is proof that our lives are not meaningless, that we have purpose for being, and it makes our existence meaningful. The second thing that I think almost all of us believe is that there is something beyond this life. We might disagree about what it looks like or how you get there, but most of us believe in an afterlife. For some, it comes in the form of reincarnation. For others, it's found in a place of eternal peace and joy. Most people of faith, including me, believe in the existence of both a heaven and a hell. We also want to believe that we're given a second chance, whether it's a second chance to live a better life than this one that we are living for, or perhaps it's the desire to see our loved ones after death. French philosopher and humanist Luc Ferry wrote in his book, A Brief History of Thought, that one sad reality of humanism is that it is void of hope and an afterlife. He states that this means that there is no comfort for the best of us and no chance for any of us to recover from our mistakes in life. He also claims that there's a universal desire for us to want to have at least one more chance to be reconciled with those who have died, those that we may have hurt in the past. And even though Ferry is an atheist and does not accept that there is an afterlife, he wishes it were so. He agrees that we want to believe in such a place as heaven, though he rejects it in sadness. So if we exist, but are not in control of our lives, if our lives here on earth have meaning and purpose, and we look forward to an afterlife, a continuation of who we are beyond this mortal body, then what? Well, here are the two questions that I think everyone should seek an answer to. The first, is there a God? If we exist, if we live and have purpose for our life, we should ask ourselves how this came about. How did this great big world with its beauty and complexity come to be? More importantly, where do I fit in? Am I the result of some random biological accident? Or is there more to my existence? Ex nihilo nihil fit. These are Latin words of the ancient Greek philosopher Parmenides. It simply means that nothing can come from nothing. The scientific community agrees with that statement and therefore struggles to explain the existence of the universe and everything in it, including you and I, without acknowledging that something or someone had to have existed before the universe was formed that we see. You and I do not have to be educated scientists to know that we exist and the world around us exists. So something, someone had to have created all that we see. It is possible to ignore this logical truth, and many people do. We can refuse to think about whether there is a creator, a God who has always existed and made all that we know and see. But the wise person should ask the question, is there a God? And if we affirm that God exists and that He is the one who has created me, then this leads to a second and equally important question. What does God want from me? Is He an indifferent and passive creator? Did He create all this and then set things in motion only to sit back and watch what happens? Or is He still involved with His creation? Does He continue to work with that which He has created? We acknowledge the fact that we're not in control of the weather, health, our life, or death. Some would claim that all these things are the result of fate or chance. But perhaps the Creator is more interested, involved, and even concerned with that which He created. It is an important question to ask, and how we answer it makes the world of difference in how we should live our lives. In the next video, I will be looking deeper at the importance of seeking answers about the Creator and asking and answering questions about the kind of relationship our Creator wants to have with us. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.